direction we were moving was clear now. Without wanting it, without even knowing it, we were becoming a gang.
Morning, folks. I'm about to get ready and head out for my fun day of adventuring. We're going to take on Baltimore City today. I'm going to show you how I can be fun for cheap, and we're going to have a good Saturday.
Some boys began to drink beer and whiskey. A few began to smoke marijuana.
Having a dad who brought me up going to this museum and took me places and made me experience life is something that I'm really grateful for, and the fact that I still have him to call when I don't know if I can park here because the sign says in area number 28 and I'm like, I don't have a parking permit, can I park here? So I call him and he's like, yeah, you can. Makes me very grateful for my life and the parents that raised me. But now that I'm parked and I'm fucking sweating bullets, we're about to head into Walter's Art Museum, a free art museum here in Baltimore that I grew up going to and was one of my favorites, especially because their Egyptian exhibit, which I was obsessed with as a kid. I haven't been here in years, especially since the pandemic, so I'm really excited to go check it out by myself as an adult and see if it still lives up to the expectations as it did when I was a child. Let's go! I was really excited because the museum had a lot of queer and POC artist representation this time around, which it definitely didn't used to have as much. So that was very exciting. Okay, so I definitely recognize this area, the European one. I don't see the Egypt one, but the art upstairs was incredible, so I'm not complaining either way. At first, I was getting Night at the Museum vibes from this guy, but then I knew he'd fuck me up. And my only complaint about doing things myself is that I have no one to play checkers with. Now, I definitely remember this staircase. Because it always was terrifying, yet exciting at the same time. Something I found really interesting that I had never paid attention to before was the jewelry. Commonly, they used carnelian and amethyst, and I was like, oh my gosh, they were crystal bitches. So I was going to walk to lunch, but then I walked outside the library and it looks like doomsday is coming, so I'm gonna go get my car and drive there, so then maybe I won't get as soaked when it does eventually start to pour. I didn't even realize that it was supposed to rain today, but I guess a mixture of like, it's super hot today. As someone who spends every single day outside working, it is extra hot today, and I was like, oh, let me check the weather. Yeah, we're in a thunderstorm watch, so who thought? This is my first time here, and it's bussin'. It's so good. I got the cheesesteak, the vegan cheesesteak, and the truffle fries. They're playing Tyler's the internet. Like, you can't get better than this. It's so sad that I'm the only person in here. Come here. The food is so good. So I just finished my food. It was better than I could have ever wished for. Like, I was craving a cheesesteak sub, and that hit every angle and corner of my stomach and taste buds that I could have possibly hit. Now I'm walking back to my car, but the wind has picked up and the temperature has dropped at least 30 degrees. Like, it was probably like feeling like 100 degrees before, like at 96. Now it's definitely like 70. You can just tell there's lightning and thunder, and you can probably hear the wind too. I think I left at the right time. Yeah, I think I was right with that whole timing thing. I walked from my car to my house and then had to unlock it, and I'm completely drenched. Soaking wet. Here's wet, like wet. This is how far I walked. Here's my car. It's raining.